Hey everyone, Carol Hickman with Chickstamper here. How are you doing today? I appreciate you joining in, whether you're able to join me live today or on the replay. I'll also be posting this to YouTube, so maybe that's how you found me. So thank you so much for watching, whichever way you got in to see everything. Today's projects feature the Waves of the Ocean collection. It's a new collection. The stamps and the dies will be in our upcoming new annual catalog that we haven't seen yet, but it's coming in a few months. The paper, gorgeous designer paper and blue foils and really pretty rhinestones are just while supplies last. So hopefully for the next month or two, but who knows. Hey, Francis. So that's what we're going to work with today, that new Waves of the Ocean. It's a collection. Part of it is carrying over. Part of it is only available for the next few months. So it's just fun. Hey, Lisa. Hi, bestie. Thanks for joining in today. Oh, thanks for that heart, you guys. That's sweet. All right. So before we stamp with this fun new product, right, this new collection of products, couple of things. We've got this huge promotion for March, which I think is pretty darn awesome considering we just finished celebration, right? So savings are in bloom promotion. So it's the entire month of March. 13, lucky 13. Remember, I just celebrated my 13th anniversary of Stampin' Up. So 13 is just lucky this year. 13 different bundles in the catalog. Instead of being 10%, are 20% off. And that cute little let me get my hands going the right way. Cute little mini machine right here, that's 20% off. So instead of $60, it's only $48. And many of our Stampin' dies fit in that machine. So this flyer, I've linked it, but I can link it again for you. This flyer shows all of the products that are 20% off for the entire month of March. Now, I should say, you know how that goes with products right now globally, right? So when it's available, it's 20% off. There's no guarantees. We just gotta, hopefully, if you want it, get it. But 20%, that's pretty nice. That's tax and shipping and all that good stuff for free, basically. So take a peek at that stuff, you guys, because that's an important promotion this month. Yay. The other one is the Stampin' Up! The Paper Pumpkin Kit that's coming. So our March kit is available through March 10th. So you still have time to sign up. If you're not currently a member, you can subscribe. I've got a link in the description. But this month's kit is a special one, and it's going to have an additional stamp set. It always comes with one stamp set, but this month it's going to come with a second stamp set. So it just sounds pretty awesome. It's like an extra free gift. So be sure you check in the Paper Pumpkin. Oh, and then don't forget the last Wednesday of the month, might be the 30th this month. I'll be right here doing my alternatives, and I always do a scrapbook page and a 3D item for you with that month's kit. So take a peek and join me back for then. All right. We still have the All Together suite available. I think that the Stampin' Blends, last I checked, they weren't orderable, but they are also coming back into the new catalog in May. So if they're not available, they will be. The other product, the stamps and dies will be in the catalog. The paper will not be. I'm sorry, now I'm getting confused. Oh. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Oh no. Only available, the bundle is also only available while supplies last, so that's not coming. Only the blends, those alcohol markers, will be in the new catalog, you guys. I'm sorry to confuse you. But it's really fun. Do you remember we did that Facebook Live last month on that? So look back. You can find all of the videos and free tutorials, you guys, on my blog at chickstamper.com. So take a peek and just scroll backwards and you'll see them. All right. Thanks, you guys. Oh, thanks, Lisa. The DSP is not coming back. It's very confusing. Only the blends, I believe, right? Thank you. Okay. So we also have the Waves of the Ocean promotion this month, and it just began this month. And it's while supplies last. The adorable bundle, the stamps and dies, will be appearing in the new catalog. That part I got right. But the part that is while supplies last and won't be available once they're gone are the gorgeous designer paper, the foils, and these beautiful rhinestones. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate it, hon. So what I'm going to show you today, these stamps and bundle, you can get now through next April. So they'll be around when they're available. Right now, currently they're available. But so the designer paper is just gorgeous. It's it looks like waves and just water in the ocean in different colors, and it's very, very pretty. Oh, which one, Diana? I gotta turn it. I'm backwards, so it's hard for me to. So the stamps and the die, and I will set them out on the table too when I put the camera down. So we're gonna make some really cute cards with those today and get you looking at it, and you can see some of that paper. We're even gonna use some of the foils as well. All right, and then last but not least, I got a couple things. Online BOGO, last week I had my in-person BOGO. So online BOGO is the week of March 21st to 25th. And I have a special Facebook group that right now it's just not active, but I will open it up once I get it ready and new product in there, remove product that has sold, things like that. It just needs to be updated. So watch for that. You'll see more info. Be sure that you belong to that specific BOGO group. Then you can look through the albums on there as far as looking for things that you're interested in. If you find, let's say, $50 of retired product, then what happens is we'll message with each other. You let me know, we'll message, and then you'll purchase that $50 out of a current catalog with an online order, and I will ship you the retired product for free, except for the shipping, just for me to get it to you. So more on that later. April card club. My besties, Lisa's on here. We get together every month and we do a card club. We do an online Zoom once a month, and our March kit is closed, but our April kit is still open. So if you'd like to join us, we give prizes and gifts after 6 months of consecutive membership. And I'm excited because in April, I'm going to do a slimline card, and we've got 6 cards, 6 beautiful cards. We're going to be using the Flowering Field Suite. And I just want to show you this one. Isn't that pretty? And here's my other one. So because there are 3 of us, we each designed 2 cards, so you get to make 6. We do an online Zoom. We have people from all over the US and Canada, and oh, thanks, Lisa. And it's just so much fun. So look in the description for the link to join Stampin' Besties Card Club, because it's so much fun. And then we can all be besties. All right, you guys, I'm done chatting. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm gonna turn the camera down now, and then we can look at some of these pretty things, okay? Hang on. Let's get the camera down there without too much of my hands getting in. Let's see if we can, there we are. Find you online and see what you're seeing. Okay. There we go. So here's these gorgeous set. Waves of Inspiration is the stamp set, and Waves Dies are the die set. You can see that there's 2 different wave dies here. We've got a couple label dies. These are clouds. So I'm using those a little bit on on your thank you gift for purchases. This one cuts out 2 birds, different shapes. So we're going to use some of those today. And then these dies are really cool. I'm not using them, but they would be cool. They fit in these different spots on here. We just have to kind of find the right one because I can't remember offhand. But once you cut them out, it would be if you wanted to put a different color in these little spaces. So isn't that fun? And then this is the coordinating die for the pelican with the dock here. So pretty fun. So let me show you what we're making today. Our 2 cards. And let me try and straighten up the board for you a little bit. Aren't these fun? So this one, of course, says happy birthday. This one says you're so totally awesome. Hang on, I'm sorry, you guys. I got to get you, now that I can see the screen, I got to get you on the screen. Because that's no fun if you can't see what I'm doing. Goodness gracious. Sorry, don't mean to make you sick. Let me just do this. It might be a little easier. Okay, hopefully that's better. All right. So this one is cute. These are the die cuts for those birds. As you can see, we've got the pelican and the duck and some of this gorgeous paper. On this totally awesome card, we've got some blue foil and then some of the designer paper. This blue foil is part of the pack as well. And then, of course, a wave die. Isn't that fun? And look at these, you guys. I'm going to have to use my liquid glue. And I'm getting better at it, Lisa. I really am. Because now I'm using it a lot more. Thanks to you and some other wonderful friends encouraging me. Okay. So, again, here's the first one we're going to work on. This is our happy birthday card. That happy birthday stamp comes with the Waves of Inspiration stamp set. So I'm going to put that to the side. Okay, we've got a bunch of little pieces here. I'm using Pacific Point for my base, and I don't often use this color, so it was kind of fun to pull it out. All right, I'm matching it with soft suede, so this is going to be for my inside. I'll set that over here. This is for the front, and I've got some of that gorgeous designer paper out. And all I'm going to do is just tear off, just to kind of make it look like choppy waves. No right or wrong. I just want it to be a little uneven and a little more realistic, I guess. Okay, so I've torn the top of my designer paper. It's ready to glue down, except I want to just take my paper snips and make a little slit in here. And you can see on the sample, I've just made a little slit to put this piece through with the wood dock. So I'm just kind of guesstimating. Again, not really a wrong or right. It's just kind of where you want it. But I don't want to go too wide because I can always kind of adjust it after. But I am going to, just on that front piece, kind of tear that again so it looks like that choppy water. And then we'll adjust it a little more to fit our piece in there. All right, so I'm ready to adhere this down. I don't want any adhesive where my, put it this way, where my piece is going to slide through for the dock, okay? So I'm just going to put adhesive around the edges and put it down. All right, so we'll just put this right here on the bottom. And remember, all the measurements will be on the tutorial, and it's free. You just will have to go to my blog this afternoon once it gets up and running with today's video and everything, and there will be a tutorial on there for you with all the measurements and instructions. So that will help. Okay, so we're going to use this smaller label from the kit, and I've got just a little strip of basic white. Now, I can start with a bigger piece and just trim. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to try to stamp on this small piece here. And we'll see how we do. We're going to use some soft suede ink. And again, this stamp that says happy birthday, just from the set. And we'll see, it's kind of tiny and the paper's tiny. I'm not sure how this will work, but we'll try. Well, that's not bad. I can trim around that. Okay. It's a little crooked, so I'm just going to trim along. Trying to do a straight line. Sometimes this kind of fussy cutting is the hardest when you're trying to make a line, huh? It's kind of easier to go around things. And sometimes when you go around letters and you make it kind of up and down, that's easier and looks better in the long run. My guy looks a little, he's a little chubby around the B. Now I'm just going to make it wavy because I just don't, not sure I have a choice. Okay. That's all right. Let's just use a little bit of liquid glue. Oops. See, this is why I have a hard time with this glue. I should have my silicone sheet down because it's a little... There we go. And we'll just stick this in here, right on top, trying to center it. Okay, so this piece here, we can actually adhere to our soft suede piece, and then we can attach the sentiment. So I've got just a little edge of soft suede showing. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back of this label piece, even before I put my little pieces of twine on. And I'm using the Basics Twine Pack. Let me take a peek. Baker's Twine Essentials Pack, sorry. Has 4 different colors. We're going to use the crumb cake twine today. Well, let's get that a little straight. It's hard because my my words are kind of funny looking. Okay, so I've got my crumb cake twine, and we can just cut off a few pieces. They don't have to be very long. Just about, I think 2.5 inches is what I put in the tutorial, because we're gonna just loop them through each side. And you can attach them on the back with tape. The first one I made, I used our tear and tape because that holds. And I just didn't take the one layer off, but you can because we're putting this down flat, so that's okay too. All right. It gets a little piece of tear and tape. So this paper, these stamps are so fun. I'm not always a fan of animals when they're very realistic looking on stamps. I tend to go for more cutesy stuff, but this I thought was pretty fun, even with the bird. And that'll just hold this twine down. Just like a piece of tape. Okay. And then we can adjust it and play with it. And then it's ready to go onto our card front. Alrighty, so we've got some paper. Let me get some more soft suede ink. And then this is that fun stamp. So it shows, like, I think of these as old pier pieces, where the pier, the dock has gone down, or it could even just be the end of a dock. And then of course this bird, I'm gonna say it's a pelican, not sure. But I'm just gonna stamp it, and then I've got my die to be able to run it right through the machine. So I've done that, and then I wanted to color it just a little, not much at all. So these are the Stampin' blends that I pulled out. So light soft seafoam just for his head, light soft suede if I want to just put a little bit down here on the boards or the rope, and then light 1000. Now this is part of our new the natural colors of Stampin' blends for animals and skin tones and things like that. I'm using the light 1000. It's the lightest of the 10 that we have. So I just wanted a little bit. So you could use what you want, but I just wanted something kind of light and barely there. So it didn't show too much. And just a little bit of color for him. And then a little bit of soft suede I put on his beak, just so it kind of stood out a little bit. And then I kind of just liked it a little bit on the rope. It doesn't really matter. There's no wrong or right. Kind of make these look a little darker here. Okay. Okay, so now we've got this piece we want to slide in here. So I can already tell that I'm not wide enough with my slit. So let me get my little paper snips here, and I'm just going to try to make this a little wider. And we'll just kind of peel that paper back. Let's see, let's get this. I suppose we could have done this before we glued everything down, but there we go. And then see how it just slides in there, and the paper's a little rumpled up there, so it looks like waves. And so what I'm gonna do is just put some dimensionals on the back, not down at the bottom, because that's where he's gonna go kind of slide in. Oops, let's get a mini in there. So just a little to pop him up a little bit. There we go. Right back in there. And then we just want to make sure that he's straight and just kind of barely in there so he's taller. There we go. There. All right, we're coming together. Okay, so now the birds. So the birds are a die cut, and we cut them out of soft suede again, and we can just kind of put them wherever, but you can see they're really tiny. So you know that means I'm gonna have to use my liquid glue again. I told you I had a lot of practice this week at using it. Doesn't mean I'm any better at it, and I still can't do those silly micro dots that Lisa talks about, but I think it worked. So there's two different shapes on the die. There's one of each. There's kind of, he's more long, elongated, and then this short little guy. So you can just put them on there however you like. But I thought they were kind of cute. All right, so we're almost done. We want to get some of these gorgeous, look how gorgeous these rhinestones are. These are called the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. So they come with this collection, and you get quite a few, but just these 4 gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Just the colors you want to see out on the ocean, right? So I just put a few up at the top. Doesn't really matter, I think, what color. We'll put this color. Whoops. Maybe. Let me take off this end. See if I can get them to pick up. There we go. That's easier. So just wanted a little bling on there. And then for the inside, we're going to stamp the pelican again with those dock posts. Well, that didn't come out very straight. Let me get some paper because I was nervous I was going to go off the paper. Because I wanted it kind of down at the bottom. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, and then there's a little stamp that's a bird. So just a tiny little bird that I thought we could put some of those around him. And then we'll do the same thing on the envelope. And a few little birdies for him. All right. And then we'll just put this white piece onto a piece of soft suede for the inside. And you'll notice if you print off the directions, the soft suede and white pieces are exactly the same size as the front. That just helps me when I'm cutting for class and things and cutting for your packets. Remember, everybody who orders today through Monday, and actually everybody who has ordered from Tuesday on this week, is going to receive this class packet. So you'll get everything to make both cards except the stamps and ink and adhesive, but you'll get everything else in the mail, plus you'll get this week's thank you gift, which I'll show you here in a little bit. All right, there we go. Card number 1, you guys. I hope you like it. Let's see if I can see any. I'm still not very good with this new iPad about getting your comments. Oh, Deborah, putting them on adhesive sheet. Yeah, that's smart too. And that, then you don't have to worry about the liquid glue. Yes, I understand your dilemma. That's actually very smart. I should have thought of that. There you go, you guys. Okay, card number 2 uses this gorgeous wave die. I used the wave stamp on the envelope and the inside, and then again show some of the gorgeous designer paper. Isn't that fun? All right, let me close up this ink and we'll make our second card. Let me show you first our thank you gift this week. So what I've got, this is going out to everybody again who orders $50 or more this week. You will get the class kit shipped to you with this cute thank you gift. So again, you can tell I used everything from the, I'm reading Lisa's comment. Oh, I know, fair enough. So you can see I did use the cloud punch and some of our shimmer paper, but everything else, the paper, this gorgeous paper, and the stamp and the rhinestones, the birds, the clouds are from this wave set. So inside this cute little box is an ocean pocket pack from Bed Bath & Beyond. So it's a hand sanitizer. It's Ocean is the call it flavor, kind of the smell of it. It's a little bit, I think, on the masculine side. So if you need a little cute little gift, I'll have a video up next week of how I made this, you guys, to help you out so you can remake some. All right. So let's go to this next card. It's so cute. So I've got a Night of Navy base. All right, and then our front begins with a piece of basic white. So I'm going to stamp on the bottom. I'm going to stamp our sentiment that says you're so totally awesome. And let me just get my paper here so that I can just do a practice stamp and see how we're at. I'm using Night of Navy ink. Okay. Let's put this right down. I'm going for the center towards the bottom here. Is my plan. Hey, that works. Okay. Let's take a peek here. So we can go ahead and put this piece onto our front of our card. And then we'll decorate it with that gorgeous blue foil. And the foil set, I should have brought some in. It has 2 pieces of a navy type foil, 2 pieces of a lighter, maybe kind of like a coastal cabana, just gorgeous. And then 2 pieces of a plain silver, just really pretty. Hang on, let me just adjust this a little bit. And so you get 6 12 by 12 sheets of foil, 2 of each color. It's just really a gorgeous pack. I just caught myself. Did you guys catch what I did? I forgot. I was working upside down and totally forgot. There we go. Okay, so that's the base. Not often do I just put something like that as a base on the card front, but we're gonna build up a little bit. So here's our piece of navy foil. I hope you can see that. I hope that's not too shiny or bright. And so the idea is it's going to go down, and we've got these 3 pieces of designer paper. And here's what's on the back of for them. But we're going to use this blue side. So I'm going to put this here, and they did line up. Let's see. I can't remember now. There we go. Now they line up. So I'm just going to adhere those down. And I'm just going edge to edge. And I'll put on both side pieces and then kind of try to center the middle piece between them. Well, there we go. Okay, now let's do the centerpiece. I think I turned it. Well, I already messed it up. Oh well. The wave will be on there. Covering all that up. I think I turned this piece, didn't I? All right. So now we've got this wave that we cut out, and I'm going to line it up down here on the bottom, so it's going to be a little long. So I've got to trim that off. And then I'll get some of that wonderful liquid glue that I never make a mess with. And we'll attach it. Okay. Let's go for it. I'm trying to channel my inner Lisa. There we go. Lisa would be saying, and she probably is, little micro dots, but those darn micro dots I'm not good at. So I'm just trying to put a little bit of liquid glue. This would be great on the adhesive sheet too. You have a lot of pieces that you pull out of it, although if you wanted to kind of mix and match, you could use those white pieces in a different one that you cut out with a different color. And paper piece it together with different colors would be really pretty. Oh my goodness, so many little places. Let's see how we do. And then we're just gonna line it up down on this corner. So I like that there's one spot that's kind of square. And then lay it down. Let's see what we got going on over here. And then I can kind of work on this section a little bit by adding a little more. Or even brushing it on or sponging it on with a dauber or something would be helpful. Let's just let this piece go where he wants, and then this piece will just get a little dab on. So because I trim the edge, then it doesn't give me really much of a place to glue down to. There we go. Okay, that's gonna work. Now I'm just gonna put some adhesive on the back of this blue foil and attach it to the top side of our card and let it kind of be the focal point. Get it up near the top here. I'm just kind of trying to center it. There we go. That wave is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I can kind of trim this up a little better here. There we go. Isn't that fun? Easy? Once you get this glued on, once you take care of that wave, it's a very simple card. And then again, let's use some of these gorgeous rhinestones. So I just kind of mixed and matched the colors. And look, I could have even stamped my sentiment down a little bit more. These light blue are pretty too. There we go. No wrong or right, however you want to do it. I just was looking at the one that I did earlier this week. All right, so for the inside, I've got a piece of Pacific Point, and then we're gonna stamp that wave with Pacific Point ink onto this inside piece and our envelope. But it's a big stamp. Look how big that is. So I've got to get my extra paper here because I know I'm gonna go off a little bit. All right, so we're gonna use Pacific Point ink and we'll just ink this up. It's a gorgeous stamp. You could also use your sponge dauber and sponge on different colors of ink. That would be really pretty too. And maybe a little more realistic. So pretty though, isn't it? Just gorgeous. All right, so we'll do the same thing to the envelope. I'll go down a little lower though, so there's still room to address the envelope and all. There we go. I really like that stamp. It's just very, very pretty. All right. So now we can adhere this piece to our Pacific point and then place it inside of the card. Oh. There we go. All right. What do you think, guys? You're totally awesome. That's what I think about all of you guys. So let's just take a peek and line them up here. This card, and then our first card that we made, and then our cute thank you gift that again says you're totally awesome. Very simple to make, you guys. So if you want to make some of these as gifts, again, I'll have the tutorial up next week, the video for you. Let me just take a peek and look at, bring them on camera. I'm sorry, I hope they are. Hi, Sandy. Oh, I do too. I love the colors, Christine. It's just gorgeous. Lisa, are you talking about the wave stamp? I think it is too. Oh, thanks, Deborah. I love that too. That's sweet of you to say. But I must say, my friend Lisa, one of my Stampin' besties that's on watching this today, she's the one that finally got me to see how beautiful the inside is when you double mat it. I just love that. I've always decorated the inside of my cards. I've always decorated the envelopes. No naked envelopes. But I feel like adding the second layer is just the piece de resistance, right? It just pops. It makes everything pop, and it makes the inside feel as pretty as the front. Maybe not quite as pretty, but definitely pretty. And it deserves it. Why not? There you go, you guys. I'm going to bring the camera up. Hang on just a sec. There we go. Oh, hi, Sandy. That's okay. You can watch the replay. Oh, yes. I do too, Deborah. She's saying she loves the idea of dabbing different colors. I think that would be so pretty on that big, large wave. Also, I think it would be fun to make some alcohol ink patterns, kind of where you drop it and you mix it with alcohol and it just kind of rolls and flows, because it just would be so gorgeous and natural looking if you used Coastal Cabana and, you know, a few different blue shades and things with some greeny blue in there. It'd be gorgeous. So I hope you guys have fun with it. I hope you liked today's cards and today's thank you projects. I really appreciate it. Get your orders in. The host code link is also posted in the description of the video, you guys. Get your orders in so that next week I can send you the class kit. So everything you need, all the papers, the embellishments. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. I appreciate it. You just add your own stamps and ink and adhesives. And if you don't have the stamp set, you can try and use something else that you think will fit and just use the paper that I send you to make your cards. And I'd love to see them. Post them and show us. We'd all love to see what you come up with. I think it's pretty cool, even in class, when people come to class and they take the ingredients, the card ingredients that I give them, and their card may end up not looking like mine at all. And I love that, because it just shows we all have our own brain, and we all decide what we think looks nice, and I just think that's cool. I love that. So show us, feel free to post your pictures and let us see what you're doing. Okay, so things to watch for. I will be back in 2 weeks on the 18th for my next Facebook Live Friday, and that's another mini class. The week of the 21st to 25th, online Bogo. So if you're looking for retired products, you can get them for free with your catalog purchases. So keep that in mind. I'm just looking at my notes. Oh, Card Club. Don't forget Card Club. April's going to be so much fun. This month is our 1 year anniversary. So we have a special kit that we're sending out for everybody for this month. But April starts up our 2nd year, or I guess this month kind of does officially. But it's so much fun, you guys. We have fun. I do it in person if you're local in Phoenix. But we also do our Zoom with myself and Lisa, who's a demo on the East Coast, and Hetty, who's a demo in Canada. So we just all get together, and we kind of started it out of selfishness because we wanted to see each other more often with the pandemic and everything, and we thought this would be fun. We can bring more besties in, and we can all craft together and have a great time. So I look forward to you joining that. I would love to have you as our newest Stampin' Bestie. Let's see. I think that's it. Thanks to those of you who are watching, who joined during celebration and joined my Stampin' Chicks team. I love that we're growing, and I appreciate you. And if you have any questions about ordering or Card Club or anything, you guys just send me a message. No problem at all. Take care and love you all. I'll see you back in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.